Yeah, it's definitely, I need a new filter, but that's kind of the thing, is just that'll show up on Tuesday and then I'll be fine. Okay, I have 7 action points at present. I am supposed to go talk to Godoy. Yeah, we investigated somebody's room last time, right? I don't remember whose room it was. But at the end, I think we managed to get inside someone's room and take a look around, right? Do I know any of Godoy's, like, weaknesses and stuff? Godoy is immune to politics. I don't want to use a political method to try to convince him. Beyond that, I don't know. Get a really pithy answer? Yeah, sorry about all the fireworks you can hear, but... Where's this? Oh. Hey! Is Elizabeth Adams... She's not here anymore, right? So I could probably just go in and investigate stuff. Although I think I already did this when she wasn't here, right? Either since the time that she got me passed out, or... whatever it was. I'm pretty sure I've already been in here, but I'm just going to double check. Yep, there's something over here, I think. On the ground.
30 November, 1791. My dear sister, the cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was for your well-being, but I can't help but blame him. He claims that your condition has worsened and that it could be dangerous for both of us if we met. If only I knew where you were, believe me, I'd be at your side. I haven't received any news from you in a long time. Please write. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. I hope you like the enclosed talisman.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've already read all these, right?
August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I am driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you, but they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
Personal watermarks on the... Oh, for fireworks and stuff? I was just referring to my notes on this. I don't know. I'm not doing any fireworks. I actually like fireworks to a point, but they do get too much, first of all, and then secondly, they're kind of expensive. I mean, if I wanted to just blow my money, that's different. But I do things like invest my money in stuff. A family seal. Not sure. Oh, are you talking about it in the room or something? I'm not sure what family seal you mean. Sorry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've actually read all this stuff. I remember both those letters, for example. So I probably remember that as well, so let's just go out. I don't think there's a point of searching her room anymore. It looks like it's all the same stuff. Who's this?
President George Washington.
Oh. Oh. Oh no, I don't have paper with custom watermarks. Yeah, I would. That would be cool to do that one day. Yeah, no, I don't have paper with custom watermarks. I really thought about that. It should be good though. Yeah, Adams took off. I convinced her to leave. I basically said you should get out of here because she was worried somebody would be after her or whatever. And I was like, well, if somebody's gonna try to kill you, then you should get the crap out of here. So I told her to go. Yep. I don't remember being able to go to George Washington's room before, so let's. Wait, but this kind of looks kind of familiar. Was I able to get into his room before? I don't even remember. Whose room did I get in last time? There was somebody's. Maybe it was Washington's. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything in here really, so I must have got all the stuff already. Royal jelly. Well, I am glad that I came back in, I guess, because I got a royal jelly that I wouldn't have had otherwise.
Portrait of George Washington. Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
So I gained a Carmelite water, I think. Yeah. Let's sit out here and then check the balcony.
My dear George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my place. I have a project to share you. It is time that the United States played a more important role on the world stage. I understand your reluctance of playing with fire. I know your new country is very young, but rest assured that I would do nothing to jeopardize what we have built together. I look forward to seeing you soon. Your friend, William.
Mortimer, you schemer. Okay. Now, just because, I think I said this before, but just because our mother, Sarah, is opposed to Mortimer's plan, does not mean that we should trust our mother. We trusted her in the prologue, I understand, but I feel like she has something up her sleeve, and I don't. She seems like the kind of person who could even sacrifice her own son potentially. So, yeah, the rooms are really beautiful, Mortimer.
Locked.
You're Mortimer, I guess. It'll only cost one. Like that.
The president's personal reserve of laudanum, and judging by the quantity, you can't go without it. Ah, there's also a letter.
Dear Mr. President, I'm returning my answer as quickly as I can. We already spoke about it before you left, but I note that things have not improved. I urge you to follow my advice and to stop taking laudanum immediately. I am already looking for a substitute, but I'm afraid you won't wait. Your excessive consummation is in danger of definitely impairing your chances of securing your next mandate. Your addiction is jeopardizing the exercise of your office and duties, my friend. I regret I see no other solution but to stop your daily intake. Yours sincerely, Dr. W. Thompson. So now we know something about Washington's addiction. Full golden elixir.
A map of Vermont.
Inspector's journal, huh?
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Oh, I wasted because it's too high up. I can't use it. Well, that's unfortunate. But now I know, so later I could potentially grab it. And then the balcony was totally closed off, right? Yeah, all of these are that similarly. So look at the bedroom just in case, but I'm pretty sure it's also. Yep. Yep. Trying to see if there's a coin or something, but I don't think so. Wait, there was a noise. What was that? Did you get a little like sneak? Kinda. Maybe not. There's a key. Apparently I can't get the key. I'm not sure what the key is for. Okay. I think it's it in Washington's room. Breaking and entering, yeah. Yeah, well, laudanum was supposedly was a relatively common substance back then. You have laudanum in the Amnesia games. You have laudanum was mentioned in the vampire game we were playing. So it's not terribly uncommon in the 19th century, I think. Haven't ever been online before. $100 on Trump winning. 2.6 to 1 odds. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you, because I don't expect you would necessarily keep up with U.S. politics, really. But Kanye West announced today that he is running for president. He previously endorsed Trump, and now he's running against him. I don't know that this is true, but I have my suspicion that Kanye doesn't want to win this time. He's doing it more to get experience. And then I also think he's actually going to run as a Democrat to torpedo Biden's campaign. And so Biden will lose a bunch of black voters, and there'll really be this split. And so Republicans will pretty much be guaranteed to win because there's no other party with any competition compared to that. I don't know that that's true, obviously, but I have my suspicions that may be what's happening. Just needs to come up with 100 mil. You know what would be hilarious? Although he better, if it's true, he better not be found out, because that would be disastrous and illegal, by the way. But it would be hilarious if Trump somehow kind of slid 100 mil to Kanye. Now, I mean, Kanye could potentially raise money himself, plus he's got a bunch of money, but that'd be hilarious if President Trump just kind of goes, hey, Kanye, here's 100 mil, go run for office. But that would be interference in the election, is how that would be seen.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
So that's not going to be a thing unless Trump wants to risk going to prison for interfering. So this is my room. Have I already found everything in my own room? I feel like I pretty much have. I don't know 100% sure, but like this, for example, I already got
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
This is what I meant.
Lovely lectures, golden elixir.
But I can't get it right now because I'm full, yeah. I think I was full last time, too. What is going on? Oh, I like something got stuck and I couldn't move. Another royal jelly. Very nice. Trying to, a little bit before I go see Godoy, do as much filling up as I can on various things, just so that I'm really prepared in the
Dear
conversation.
Monsieur de Richet,
Yeah, okay. Those are both just the paintings. I think it's fine, and I don't think there's anything wrong with this. So when to the eyeballs, like make sure that my eyes are clear, so I have a good understanding of things or something. Or you're saying I'm up to my eyeballs in royal jelly. Well, I only have 3 actually. I keep burning through them actually. But yeah, it is true. It is true. I have a lot. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. I don't have a problem with it at all. So some people referred when he was president. Some people referred to President Obama as just Obama because that's his last name, so they say Obama. There were some people like George Clooney who were super like, that's President Obama. I'm like, okay, calm down there, dude. Seriously, it's fine. It's not like you're disrespecting him, whatever. But, so there was that. But then once Trump became president, people started going like, just calling him Trump, not President Trump. I'm like, what the? So it's not okay to call President Obama just Obama, but it's okay to call President Trump just Trump. What the? I'm like, it's a little hypocritical there. But that's what they said. Oh, that's look up. Yeah. Like, I don't think either is wrong. Saying it with president or without, I don't think there's any big deal. But this gives you an idea of some of the kind of people where they kind of like just hyper obsess about some stuff. You're like, wait, what? Whose room is this? Because oh, I'm in Godoy's room. Oh, I sneaked into Godoy's room. Is he in here then? Or am I here without him being here?
Mary Louise of Parma. How ironic having a painting of the Queen of Spain in one's room, my Lord Duke. Hey, it looks like someone slipped something in the back here. It's a letter. Let's see what it says. It reeks of perfume, and it's written in Spanish. Godoy, you really are a little devil.
Oh. I can, but okay, let's... Which one is it? This... Next skill use is free, yeah. So let's do that. And then this.
So, let's see what it says.
Okay, hang on. Oh, with pre-nominals. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Yep, Sir, Lord, any of those kinds of things. Yep. That's President saw me to you. Yeah, I don't... People get so butthurt over stuff. I'm just like, calm down. You guys are way too sensitive. And like I said, that was back like during President Obama's first term. So that was like somewhere between 2008 and 2012. So people were already like hypersensitive early 2010s. So they've been hypersensitive for a while. I think at least mid-2000s was when you started having a big online movement of people hypersensitive, like Anita Sarkeesian and stuff. Anyway, my tender Pepita. I feel so guilty at being so far away from you again, even if it's for the good of my country. I feel awful at having to leave you after a silly little spat, because you are the only woman I love, Josefa, forever. I told you before, everything I have, everything I can offer you, I owe to the affections of my queen. Let us stay united, please, even in sacrifice, for the two of us, for our future children. Stop being jealous. My accent's all over the place. I'm just gonna read it. I don't, because a Spanish accent is not the same as something like a Hispanic accent, right? Like Mexican and Cuban and Colombian and stuff. Those are all different accents. They're all done differently. I can't do them well enough. So anyway, okay. So my tender Pepita, I feel so guilty being so far away from you again, even for the good of my country. I feel awful at having to leave you after a silly little spat because you were the only woman I love, Josefa, forever. I told you before, everything I have, everything I can offer you, I owe to the affection of the queen. Let's stay united, please, even in sacrifice, for the two of us, for our future children. Stop being jealous. You are the only one who fills my thoughts. Everything else is just a game. I swear. Yeah, I could see that. I'm trying to think of an equivalent in America, but I don't know. I'm sure there is one. I just don't know offhand. I know there's a town in Arizona called Lukeville, but it's Lukeville, not Luke. So, oh, is that your middle name also? Boy, Bruce is or Sydney is? Okay.
It seems that the Queen isn't the only one enjoying the Lord Duke's favors. If the Queen found out, it would cost him dearly. I'll keep it with me. You never know.
Oh. Okay, I thought that was going to be something else. I guess I had the two options, and they both ended up being the same thing, maybe? Lord Duke, here's the information obtained by our intelligence service. I can confirm that Mr. Hay is indeed working on an agreement with Great Britain. The aim seems to be to weaken the French economy, and secretly that of the Spanish, by seizing merchandise at sea. Our treasuries are already suffering from the embargo on French food products, such as a treaty, are already suffering from the embargo on French food products. Such a treaty would mean the ruin of our colonies. I have no doubt you will be able to swiftly find a diplomatic solution. Awaiting further instructions. Okay. Key with an occult air symbol. So I'm sure we'll have something with an air symbol later. Although I think we already had something that had one air symbol, but maybe not. I don't remember now. Another Carmelite water, so I just replenished what I used. Very nice. Apparently we cannot open that chest. Another royal jelly, very good. I think the next thing I consume probably, will poison me.
Don Quixote. Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Oh, Bruce, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, we have to be able to get what we want out of conversations. So.
Prometheus. Punished for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to man.
I'm assuming Godoy's somewhere else. Yeah, I was like, he wouldn't want us looking around his room. That's why I kind of creeped around the corner just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure he's not. I was pretty sure he wasn't here.
A Bazant.
Devil's Thorn again.
Charles IV of Spain. Now there's no chance of Godoy forgetting who he owes everything to.
Overlooking the ocean, but not actually a balcony in that case. Noblesse of the Sword. Okay, so another book to study to increase our skills in certain areas.
Amber crystals.
Brutus and his companions taking an oath to kill Caesar.
Et tu, Brute. Then die, Caesar. Die.
Charles IV of Spain. Now there's no chance of Godoy forgetting who he owes everything
I already did
to.
that. I thought I clicked something else and it did that. It must have been from the painting still. Golden elixir also. Still, wait, how? I have 4 royal jelly. Let me do another one. Then get, yep, and then go 2 and grab. There we go. I don't know what that is. Is that for the fire? Is that like not a poker, but is that another fire implement to maybe stir the coals or the ashes or something? I don't know. We're gonna have a confrontation with Godoy soon. Where is he? He's not here, which is good because I was able to get things. But if he's not here, where is he, I wonder?
Prometheus, punished for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to man.
Okay, it doesn't look like anything else that I've not already seen. Chances are I don't. I mean, I don't know for sure. This game may not do that at all. But I think it's safer to leave off the balcony than leave out the front door of this room.
Manuel Godoy, a painting of himself in his room. Now that's not going to help him develop a sense of modesty.
Oh, you like Godoy's room? Yeah. So it's a shoehorn. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It looks like it now that you say that. I just had not thought of it. It's sitting on the table. I was like, what is this thing on the table? Yeah, a shoehorn. That makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Oh. I guess it's on the other side. Cannot get through. That is one slightly annoying thing with this game, is like a small table or chair like this prevents you from moving. Like, is that really, I mean, I get it, they shut areas off unless they want you to get to them or whatever, but it's still a little, seems a little ridiculous. This should be my room. Yeah, seriously.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Yeah. Like that, for example. I missed something on the balcony? Oh. Like over by Godoy's room? Oh, here? Devil's Thorn, I can't get that now. Maybe it's the other side. Let's see. Must have been, was it that Devil's Thorn? something on the table right there.
A Greek drachma. One of the
There we go.
rare ancient coins to be mentioned, both in the Bible and in the Quran.
So over here, yeah. Okay, no worries. It was good though that I went back though. That was good because I ended up getting a drachma that I missed otherwise. So thanks. Alright. So I guess I want to leave now. We'll actually find Godoy now, maybe. This next one down here, right? Yeah, here's Godoy.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Ah, Monsieur de Richet. You wouldn't have seen Duke Manuel by any chance, would you?
I was going to ask you the same question.
I wanted to speak to him, but no one will open the door. I'm not sure he's in there.
If I want to pass through, I'll have to get Volner out of the way.
Oh, what? Why, though? I don't want to pass through. I use the balcony. I don't think I need to... I think I could just bypass this, right? I've already been in his room. I found the letter and stuff through the balcony. I did the back way, right? There's no reason... Literally, if Volner is saying Godoy's not answering, Volner is there at the entrance. He would have seen Godoy coming through. I just came out of Godoy's and back to my room and then out into the hall. So there's literally no reason to go into there, right? So I'm just going to leave him, actually.
Perhaps he didn't hear you. Did you try entering?
No, of course not. It would not be proper, after all.
That's, I guess, true. I'll find out if this is... Three. Is that enough for a Carmelite water? I have 4 of those. I think so.
I've searched all over the manor, but I can't find him.
One thing's for sure, Monsieur de Richet. He's neither in his room nor on this floor. I've just looked all over.
I propose we both look for him. The first to find him tells the Duke that the other is also looking for him. Agreed?
Perfect. Let's do that. I shall have a look in the library. If you find the Duke before me, tell him I want to speak to him.
Yes. Let's proceed as you say.
Thank you, Monsieur de Richet.
Right. Now be a good boy and go look somewhere else.
And now be a good boy. Good boy, Volner. Go fetch. Here you go. I'm sure this is going to be just the same. But yeah, let's enter so we've officially entered blah, blah, blah. Okay, I just used a Carmelite water, right? Was there another... There was... Oh, was it in Washington's? Somewhere there was another Carmelite water, I thought, also. I know there are like 2 or 3 Devil's Thorns that I can't use. But... There's anything on that table. Alright, let's see if I can find... I'm pretty sure I found a Carmelite water in here, though, right? This is a Devil's Thorn, I think, right? Yeah. So... I'm pretty sure I found a Carmelite water in here before. Actually, I know I did, right? Because I used it on that painting or whatever to understand the Spanish, and then I replenished it right after. Yeah, so there's not gonna be another in here, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure also, given that I'm at 3 now, so I was at 4, used 1, replenished back to 4, now I'm at 3. I'm pretty sure there wasn't one in my room where I got any that were in my room. So there's nothing else. So Washington's room. Let me run really fast back over to Washington's room, see if there was a Carmelite water in there. No, because I would have had more, right? If there would have been more, I would have been a max at Carmelite water, because I've only used it twice. Yeah, so there's no point for that. I think he has Devil's Thorn. Now, that might be it, actually. So, okay, so that's not where he is. He's looking in the library. I could try to go upstairs again. I don't know where he'd be, but maybe. Let's go upstairs and see just in case. It's possible he's snooping around, trying to see what's going on. I doubt he really would trust. Oh, what is this?
Hey, Peru's name tag's fallen off, and his door's ajar.
Don't see anybody around. This is bad news. Did Peru and Godoy go at it or something, maybe? Oh, somebody sacked his room. Is Peru gonna be okay? I wonder.
The Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Guess my room is not that bad.
Yep, you just said it, Somni. This is another joke against Peru, right? Massacre of the Innocents, basically telling Peru, I don't really like what you're doing. You're killing a bunch of innocent people. He's kind of telling him off a little bit, while not telling him off.
A pattern with 4 circles.
Yeah, it's not good news, Moth. I'm worried Peru might be dead or something, or vanished.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Vive la République, people of France. Actually, I think it's a little bit.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Oh, is that just the Devil's Thorn then? Right, because I've got the letter, I presume. Godoy's letter, Yaju's letter. Maybe I don't have. I actually don't think I picked that up. So apparently I didn't, even though I don't know what these spaces are for, but apparently I did not pick up the letter. Okay, I got a Carmelite water. No Devil's Thorn, yeah. Maybe he was just referring to the Devil's Thorn.
Another painting on the Massacre of the Innocents?
He's really drilling it home.
Nice decor for a Revolutionary Tribunal judge's room.
It's so neat. Mortimer, whatever else Mortimer might be, he is kind of hilarious doing that.
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
You think? Yeah. Yeah, for all the conniving and evil that we presume Mortimer is actually up to, he still has a sense of humor, which is nice. Yep, exactly. My dear little Eleanor, I want to share with you my calm thoughts on the moment. Needless to say how much I miss you and how much I regret having to be separated from you. But I know you will be virtuous, courageous, and safe with your sister, Marie-Hélène. I will never be able to mend my mistakes, but I do know now how to save you from their consequences once and for all. Be always assured of my fatherly devotion and affection. Never doubt it, come what may. You must know that everything will turn out for the best now. I am determined to protect you, whatever the price I have to pay, and so be confident and serene in times of ordeal. With all my love, your ever proud father. Aww. The nice thing, one thing I really like about this, regardless of how evil people may seem, this game definitely paints them as human, right? And I don't just mean human like rather than alien or something, right? But like they are like, even with all of the Robespierre type attributes Peru has, like, as harsh as he is in punishing, quote unquote, the ones he feels need to be punished or whatever, he does have a soft side where he really cares about his family, like his daughters and stuff, right? I do think that's really cool. Because the tendency for stuff like this, right, is to see only somebody as evil, right? But I like the...
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris.
It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris, and there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
Psychology. Oh. He's vulnerable to psychology. Okay, so now I know. Because I don't know if I had that before. Let's see. Peru. Oh, no, I did know. I knew etiquette and psychology. And he's immune to questioning. Yeah. And that's actually... So, a video I did upload and it finished and went live on YouTube today for American Independence Day had, or I included in it, a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, so he's full of that too. Where basically, I don't remember the quote verbatim. Basically, Dr. King says, there's darkness in every good person, and there's light in every evil person. And if we will recognize that, we'll be a long way to cooperating with and understanding and accepting other people. But if we cannot understand it, then we'll never be able to understand people. Oh, he's out there. Interesting. Okay, so I have to go out the other way. There's not actually a balcony. Okay. See what else is out here before I talk to him. Wait, does this go to somebody else's room? Oh, so the other door I can go to Bonaparte's room. Interesting. So I might want to do that after talking to Lou. Interesting. All these back doorways into people's... I think Bonaparte's... Wait, I can't remember. Did I search Bonaparte's room earlier? don't remember if I did or not. Wait, but I'm actually facing the door, which would be this room, which is not Bonaparte's room. I don't know whose room this is, but I guess I'll find out. Alright, let's go talk to Pelu first, real fast.
Leave me, Deriche. I don't feel like talking.
I just sit here and don't say anything? He said leave me. Also said he doesn't feel like talking, so... Okay. Obsessed with revolution. Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities. Yeah, A Tale of Two Cities is excellent. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe just let him brood. Let's try that.
Are you gonna keep sticking to me like glue? Hell's bells, I don't deserve this. There's nothing you can do for me.
What's going on? Maybe I can help.
Not anymore, you can't. Not against him. But thanks for the offer.
Who are you talking about?
You know very well.
Lord Mortimer? You talk as if you were in danger, monsieur. Has he threatened you in any way?
I'm done for, Monsieur de Richet. I played with the devil, and I lost.
He's not alone, he has a daughter. I mean, this obviously is using my skill. Cost me 0, and I can make him talk maybe? I don't know. This appeals to what sense of humanity he has, though. Yeah. Alright, I'll go with this skill. If in your playthrough you don't have psychology, or at least not this high, or you want to choose a different one, we'll do that. You can do that.
Don't you think it would be good for you to shed your burden?
That is my intention.
You're worried. You have a secret. You're afraid of talking about it. You're protecting someone who is dear to you. And apparently, you're prepared to die for that person.
Twice over.
Are you afraid for your daughter?
What are you? Be careful, Deriche. Be very careful what you're about to say if you don't want to go flying off the balcony! What do you know about her?
Nothing apart from the fact that you love her and you're saying goodbye to her. I read your letter on your desk.
I ought to get rid of you.
Perhaps I can help you.
The hero syndrome. You always think you can fix things. She will be safer far away from me. That's it. What's more, no one must find out where or who she is. Is that clear?
Perfectly. But why say goodbye to her? She must still need you.
The only thing she needs is for him never to find her. Time is short, Louis. Follow my advice. Find your mother if she's still alive, and get out of here. Flee this damned island of doom.
Are we in danger?
You've been in danger since the minute you set foot on this rock. He wants you. He's sizing you up. He is circling around you. It's blindingly obvious, and you, flattered as you are, will soon be running around for him just to keep your place among his precious few. It feels so good to be accepted by him. You will experience power, wealth, glory. He will give it all to you until one day you will feel so eaten up inside that you will no longer know who you are. You will find yourself void of all conscience, of all freedom, and can no longer look at yourself in the mirror without feeling sick.
Refuse, I tell you. From now on, say no. No!
You're a good man, Louis. You look after yourself. As for me, I shall take back my freedom tomorrow morning. I'm through with it all.
There you go. Back in the saddle. I'm glad to hear it.
Come on. It's late. I'd like to get some rest.
Very well. I'll leave you then. See you tomorrow, monsieur.
Okay. So that's what we're gonna get from him. So there's Bonaparte's room. We already searched. There is this. I think it's this one that goes. So if you look on the map, we're pointing here. We've not been in this room. Bonaparte's is over here. I'd have to keep going around here to get to Bonaparte's. This is someone else's room. I don't know whose it is. I think it is anyway. Well, he doesn't want to give too much. He doesn't know who he can trust. Despite our seeming good intentions, he used to trust Mortimer. And look what's happened. So he doesn't trust us. I don't blame him. He's upset because he's worried his daughter's going to be found out. Like, that Mortimer will find his daughter and probably use her as leverage against him. He wants to keep his daughter safe, so he's not going to tell us anything about her because he wants to keep his daughter safe. I don't fault him for that at all. I think that makes total sense. So where are we now? Where is this? This is... Oh, that was Bonaparte. Well, we were over here facing, though. What the crapping? How is... Okay. Well, I mean, we already searched Bonaparte's room, so there's not a point for that, then. Wait, so I come over here. Not get in there. Not get in there. Okay. So these are Bonaparte's, I guess. And the next one is... whatever. Okay, so Bonaparte. And then Peru right next to him, yeah. That makes a little more sense, I guess. But it shows us here, so that's why I was thinking. Alright. Not that easy, I guess. As if I should assume it's going to be easy or something, but yeah. Okay, let's just go out. Oh. Did I look at that hat before?
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
That was there.
It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
He's immune to conviction, which I already knew from my conversation with him. Okay.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
I thought we had also, but it's now seeming like maybe we didn't because there's a bunch of stuff in here. That is a good point. The others might end up in the... where there's the door in between Monmouth, we can't go through. The other doors might end up in the other room. Yeah, that's a good point. Should try that and see. I actually started thinking that too. When I saw that door, I was like, I wonder if I can get on the other side of that. Maybe or maybe not. We'll see.
The Beaucaire dinner. It hasn't been signed yet, but there's a letter with it.
Examine the writing. Yeah.
It isn't signed. That's some quality paper. And that handwriting, I'd say it's Mortimer's.
Oh. Mortimer has like a blank. Just sign this, Napoleon, and then I'll give you what you want. That sounds bad. My dear Bonaparte, as promised, here are the few pages that I recommend you publish within the next few months. We both know that it's sheer lack of time that prevent you from stringing these lines together yourself. The ideas are yours, though. No need to feel indebted. Your success will suffice for the good of all.
So, Bonaparte is going to publish a book that he didn't write. That crafty little rascal.
Yeah, crafty. You crafty little rascal.
Hannibal crossing the Alps. Another military success. Why do I get nothing but visions of horror in my room? And he gets victory after victory?
That's right. That's right. Screw you, Louis. Screw you. Oh. These keep.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
I keep having to reach. I need to up my agility or something. I don't know. Okay, I've looked at all of those there at the desk. Over here. Devil's Thorn, of course. The one thing that I keep not using, and I.
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect
Fine,
read for
5,000
anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Politics is an immunity as well. Okay, so he's immune to conviction and politics both. I did not know politics, I don't think. Bonaparte, yeah. I did not know that. Okay, so that's another. Oh, and this is from our mom. Dear Monsieur Bonaparte, in reply to your demand of enthronement into our society, and hereby inform you that, unfortunately, you do not meet the criteria required to become a member of the Golden Order. We are, however, honored by the interest you have shown in our research and activities. You have no doubt that your keen interest for the occult sciences would one day allow you to join us, and in anticipation of that day, please accept the expression of our full consideration. Sarah de Richet. So in honor of your interest, please feel honored by our full consideration. But we have to reject you. Okay? It still means you don't get in. Yeah, okay, let's go try the other door. I think that's everything in this room. Okay. Now if I go over, this should be actually just on the other side of that door, although that one's not, but I think this one opened. Yeah. Aha. Good call, Monmouth. Good call. Collector coin. Wait, is there something right? Oh no, that must just be the door. I thought there was something on the curtain. I was like, what?
Amber crystals.
Ooh, one more and I get another effort point. I'm gonna do this just so I'm up.
French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
Yeah. After Nero, everything came crashing down. Caesar's dynasty was like about the only good time among the emperors in Rome. After that, everything fell apart. Starting with Caligula and going beyond, it just got really messy. Was it the year of the 4 emperors or whatever? Was it 4? I think it was 4. Just crazy war and stuff.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, 2 great army chiefs.
Yeah, Vercingetorix was the guy that united a bunch of Germanic tribes to fight Caesar. Elixir. I'm full. Okay. So I guess that's pretty much it in here, unless I'm missing something, which I could be. But I think that's pretty much it. Already went behind there. Okay. Yeah, these must go to this mystery room here or whatever. Oh, except these might be different levels. Maybe not. I don't know.
They made the frickin' frogs gay! Frogs aren't supposed to be gay.
So we've searched everything in all of this we could, I think. So we can leave now. Jeez. That poor guy. Getting threatened and not terribly subtly either. You come back and your entire room's been tossed. What the actual... Peru's like, just get out of here before, or while you still can. But I have a feeling that part of our eventual, maybe not at the moment, obviously, but part of our eventual quest or whatever is going to be in some way or another to try to bring Mortimer down. Which is basically going to be impossible, I think. But it sounds like that's what our mother, Sarah's trying to do. And if she's the head of the Golden Frickin' Order, with all her arsenal of abilities and tools at her disposal, and she can't do it, that does not bode well for anybody else. Where's this? Tower room. Which was the tower room? I don't remember that. Is that where we had... Maybe that's where we had the gathering earlier? Where we were discussing how we were going to proceed. So Volner. Have we been in Volner's room? I don't remember. I'm starting to forget what rooms we've entered already. I know we've been in Adam's room. We've been in Washington's room. Our own room, of course. Godoy's room now. Bonaparte's room. Peru's room. Volner's room. That was where there was the Bible puzzle. Oh, right. That's where Sarah would stay They kind of had like as this kind of doubled as a storeroom somewhat. Yeah, that's right. I think we've already done Boulder's room, but let's just in case. If there's basically nothing lying around.
The Great Work of the Soul by S. Madone. Pure alchemy is a thought.
Yeah, he's
an
the
art
alchemist.
that is performed on the matter of the soul.
Yep, we
Great
have been
alchemists work to transform and perfect the latter by a series of processes known as the Great Work.
Right.
There are 4 phases to attain the ultimate in spiritual fulfillment.
I really wish there was a skip in this game.
Very metaphorical as occult theories go, the human spirit being the prima materia of the alchemist.
Okay, so every room that is not grayed out now, we've been in. Just making sure. Yeah, the tower room was where the Bible puzzle was. Correct. Okay. I guess we're going to find Godoy down on the floor below then, because I think we've pretty much been through everything on this floor now. All of this, right? Here's Adam's room, which we already entered earlier briefly. We went all the way around. So... Oh yeah, I was going to briefly go upstairs, right? Just in case he had decided, which is this other over here. In case he decided to go do his own investigation. I think it's unlikely, but it is possible. So oh no, we can't go upstairs right now. Okay, so he's definitely not up there. Otherwise, that would make our objective pretty much impossible to fulfill. Okay. So we'll go down, and I don't know where we're going to search. If Vulner's gone to the library, then maybe we'll check the salon or something? Maybe. So I should at this point just figure if there's a bottle lying around, it's Devil's Thorn. Because like, that's the one I can never pick up. Because I don't use it that much. I've used it a couple of times. I don't use it that often. That's if I want to go back out to the maze again. I'm pointing that. Cannot go back into... This is a parlor, I believe, right? Oh, no, the Great Conclave Chamber. Oh, yeah, this is where we had the meeting. That's right. That's right. Wait, and then... Yeah, this is the garden out here. No. Wait. Yeah, this is the garden. Why? Because this is not say garden when I go out there. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay. So, they're actually... Okay, I'm going to go out here, go across left rather than going back upstairs again. Or maybe I won't. What? There we go. Alright, so this is like a dining room. Yep, we've been here. Looked at that book before. And the paintings. Why can I not get out? Oh, I must have missed the door. I was trying this door or something. I don't know. That's weird. I thought there was one of them that had like a line like I couldn't go through. Well, whatever. The door's not in here either. Nothing else lying around, but I didn't grab before, right? Okay. I wonder, because this is about to go to the library, right? I wonder if going in the library, if we're going to see Volner confronting Godoy, maybe. Well, he's not in here. Unless he's on one of the magical levels we can't get to. That's the one we're never supposed to read. According to the mother. Another handkerchief, barely. But not significant enough to pick up, I guess. That's not what I meant. Okay. There's Godoy. Alright, let's see if there's anything more to see before we... This would potentially enter the main hall. Let's come back. The balcony view, it just overlooks like all the... Oh, you want to see what it looks like? I'll remind me and I'll do that before when we go back into that room. It just overlooks the cliffside and stuff. So you can see like all the water splashing and whatever down below. If it weren't for all the intrigue and stuff, this could potentially be like a romantic setting or something, but sort of hard to think it's romantic or something with all the backstabbing and stuff that goes on, right? Trying to remember now. I had a conversation with the servant earlier, and there was potentially something he could have gotten me that I could have tried to force. Yeah, it's a harpsichord. Yep, exactly.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
So it's not the same as the other guy? Maybe I could only get it earlier.
I would like to come in.
I am sorry, sir, but that is not possible for the moment.
Conviction. I feel like the servants might be immune with conviction. Let's not do that.
Why do you ask?
Sir Gregory's orders, sir.
Let's try it. We'll see.
I'm looking for someone. Tell me at least who's in there so I don't needlessly go looking around for hours.
Duchess Hillsborough is speaking with Sir Gregory, sir. The other guests have gone back to their rooms through the other side.
Okay, so it's not a weakness or immunity. It's just normal. Okay.
Can you tell me where I can find Duke Manuel, please?
Alas, I do not know, sir. I can only assure you he is not in the small salon.
Very well. Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, it might have been I could only obtain the book or whatever he had earlier. I did get a book from him, but then there was something else that he refused to give me that I thought seemed awfully expensive at the time. I thought I'd just get it later. Maybe you can't get it later though. All right, here we go. Probably, or very possibly, I should say, a confrontation. Per se.
Duke Manuel?
Well, well. Monsieur de Richet, I was not expecting you. I am not in the mood, sir, I warn you. What do you want from me, sir?
Godoy is immune to politics.
I see you're still feeling under pressure. Since your arrival, I've noticed that you've been on the defensive. It seems to me that Monsieur Peru has a knack for getting your back up.
That is the least you can say. Indeed, I was warned. I knew what to expect. For God's sake, why in the hell did your people execute their king? Have the French gone stark raving mad? There are nothing but monarchies in power in Europe. They will all come crashing down on you.
We shall see. It might, well, turn out to be the opposite.
You certainly do not lack for audacity, young man. Just tell me one thing, monsieur. Why did you side with Mortimer? He is alone, isolated. The United States can do nothing to help you, and France is surrounded by over 10 countries, just waiting for the word to pounce. Really, I do not see why you choose Mortimer.
Don't want to use this because that's politics. That'll be bad. I don't think this is a good idea. Because if we remember the conversation Godoy had... Oh, yeah, maybe use Devil's Sword. It's a good call. Let's do that and see. Oh, he is vulnerable to this. Occultism? Okay. I was going to say I didn't think it would be good because his conversation was that he didn't want to do what, the order said. He felt set upon, but let's try it. We'll see.
The Golden Order, my friend. The Order is everywhere. We come from France. We are President of the United States, England, and many other countries. We have ambitions and the means to carry them out. You'll see, once all hell breaks out and your English support starts to fade away. The Order is an international organization. It matters little what governments do. Otherwise, why would Mortimer have gone to the trouble of inviting my mother?
If you are right, Sir Gregory has got it all wrong. Tell me, do you really believe Spain has any interest in ceding Louisiana to France?
Duke Manuel, for Spain, I don't know. But for you, I'm convinced that Lord Mortimer will thank you generously.
You would not be trying to bribe me, would you?
Nothing could be further from my mind. It would be an insult to believe that someone such as yourself might have a practical attitude towards its virtue. Even so, it is only natural that you be supported and encouraged if you were to follow Lord Mortimer, isn't it?
Indeed, for services rendered, it would be natural for me to receive compensation for the time spent achieving such an undertaking, yes?
Naturally. And, given your status, my Lord Duke, the compensation would have to be considerable.
Naturally. Tell me one last thing. What would I gain from all this?
Oh, is siding with Holm rougher? I have no idea, right? Yeah. Interesting. What would I gain from all this? Let's see. I feel like distraction's probably wrong. Not that I can use it anyway. Or diversion. This is conviction. Kind of this, maybe. Because he does, it's obviously he's making power plays, trying to, with the queen and then like the duchess or whatever. Let's try that.
My Lord Duke, in these uncertain times, I believe it would be to your advantage to be rid of Louisiana in order to focus your attention on your colonies in the South. It will show the court the man you really are and how much you truly deserve your position.
And it will silence all the jibes and jeers aimed at my person. Then people would only see me as the man who consolidated the frontiers of the Spanish Empire.
What a statesman you are.
Come on, you fool, give it up. You're trapped like a rat.
Monsieur, I am astounded. I did not think you capable, but you have succeeded. I will be more wary of you the next time. Nonetheless, if you can guarantee Lord Mortimer's support, then yes, you can count on my vote when the time comes. However, I expect you to be discreet with regard to my former partners, without which our agreement will become null and void.
Of course, my Lord Duke. You can count on me. Lord Mortimer will be delighted to hear the news.
I hope you know what you are getting into, Louis. I bid you good luck.
Good night, my Lord Duke.
See you tomorrow.
Well, that's one thing out of the way.
Only thing left to do is wait for the conference to resume tomorrow morning.
So I need to go to bed, so let's check out the view, because you were curious about that. The Aussicht, yeah. Machine farm, yeah. Yep. I agree. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty. That's the docks we entered initially in the bottom right. Yeah, if this, I'm assuming there are no earthquakes or volcanic activity on this island. Were there some, this place would, there's no way it would stand. It would just fall into pieces, right? I guess that's why they call it the blues. Delien, Monsieur Delien. Okay. Yeah, I just want to go to bed now at this point, right? So I guess we'll just go back upstairs. Now here's the question. We're not, if, so, a couple things. First of all, we are not supposed to trust Mortimer if we trust our mother, if we trust Sarah. If instead we don't trust Sarah, then we ought to help Mortimer out. But Sarah wants us to stop Mortimer's plan from going forward. So, there are a couple of questions. The first is, do we trust Sarah or not? If not, then we trust Mortimer, I assume. And if yes, then we do not trust Mortimer. And then we act accordingly the next day in the council meeting to either help or hurt Mortimer's plan from going forward, depending on which way we've chosen. I honestly don't know what to do because, on the one hand, Sarah's our mother. On the other hand, she's the head of the Golden Order, and it could be easily manipulating us to do what she wants rather than necessarily what a good thing to have happen would be or whatever. Yeah. Right, exactly. Yeah, the Atlantic has really much rougher waters as a whole, but I think that's right. Yeah, like you said, Fofox could probably confirm, but I don't think there's a lot of seismic activity in the Atlantic versus the Pacific, where you have like pretty much, not literally, but pretty much the whole Pacific Ocean has its plate, which is getting rubbed on by the Asiatic plate and the North American plate, and it's bad. There's a lot of activity there in the Pacific, and then the Indian Ocean is also really bad. You think the book question will come up? Yeah. Yeah. Now, whether she's hiding them from Louis because it's like a good thing to do, like it's for the good of whatever, or if she's hiding it from Louis and she's an untrustworthy or something. I don't know. Wait, so is this go? Yeah, this is the right way I want to go. Okay. What the? Stop. Hang on. Hang on. I don't understand what is happening here. Okay. Anyway. I hit apparently some quick key with Windows that brought up the media player. Oh, you know what? I bet I hit L3 on the side of my keyboard or something. Brought up Windows Media Player. I was like, wait, what? What? But it wasn't playing. It just like opened. Very curious. Yeah, this presumably at some point we'll get in here, but maybe not ever. But this, and then this, these rooms here. Is this Mortimer's room, maybe? Because there's one that doesn't have any sign on it either. I think that's the one coming up. Oh, no. Oh, that's Pia. Wait. Oh, but we've not searched the Cardinals room.
Good evening, Monsieur le Français.
Duchess, you're here. What a charming surprise. I'm beginning to think you can't be without me.
You have managed to penetrate my armor, sir. Am I disturbing you, perhaps?
That's not what I said.
Ah, by the way, you surprised me during the conference.
Why's that?
Well, you are going to lose. Why stay with Lord Mortimer?
I believe he has every chance of winning.
My, you are a rash one. However, if ever you want to change sides, please feel free to let me know.
But tell me, you didn't come here to try and make me change my mind, did you?
That's the last thing on my mind. Although you would have everything to gain by it.
Uh-oh. It's not timed. That's good. Okay, she is vulnerable to psychology, immune to logic. I have no idea on politics.
Do you perhaps know something that I don't? Come on, Emily. It's time you lay your cards on the table.
What do you think? Does she know about Mortimer or about Louisiana? She was earlier having a conversation with Sir Gregory. So with Holm, right? So... I don't know. I feel like this is more likely, but I don't know for sure. You think Louisiana? Yeah, it's probably true.
If you have a good reason for Spain to keep Louisiana, I'm all ears.
Louis, I can assure you on good authority that the Crown will never let France take over Louisiana without taking firm action. Your country has everything to lose, especially now, it being weakened as it is on the home front.
In other words, you believe the aim is to weaken France?
Just an observation, Louis. Louis, if you trust me, you ought to ask yourself why I have chosen home. You do trust me, don't you?
Manipulation. I guess we'll find out if she's immune to manipulation if I do this. I feel like she's the type who manipulates people, not the type who gets manipulated. I don't know, but I feel like she's a lot more clever than that. I don't think she's subjected to manipulation. Not the standard as it is this skill. Yeah, sure, I could do that. Yeah, she's immune to manipulation. I was right, she's immune. Oh, yeah, let's say yes. Not just a pretty thing. I know, right? Well, that's what I was saying. Like, I'm pretty sure she's not the type to get manipulated.
Of course, Emily.
Admit, though, that it does make you think. There's still time, you know. Join us before it's too late.
So this is where I decide that I want to be on the side for Sarah, but then also Sarah wants me to make Mortimer think I'm on his side and then basically make it fail. So, if I trust Sarah, then in order to fulfill her wish, I think I have to stay on Mortimer's side, but then somehow sabotage from within. I already convinced Godoy to work with Mortimer as like a show of, I'm on your side, Mortimer. So if I now switch sides, I don't know. And I realize my Devil's Thorn's going away. That's fine. Gosh. I don't know. Will that be disastrous? Let me think about that. So if I were Mortimer, and I thought I had convinced the young Monsieur de Richet to my side of things. And he even said things in support of me in the meeting, and then got Godoy to agree to my side. And then he switches sides. I know, that sucks. Because hot night with Emily. Just kidding. But yeah, I think if again, I don't know if we could trust Sarah, but if we let's go with I have to trust Sarah, at least at this point, then I should stay doing, like, sabotaging from within, not switching sides. If I switch sides, there's no way Mortimer's going to suddenly trust me anymore, right? Then how can I sabotage him? He's not trusting me. Yeah, I think I have to stay for Mortimer. Sorry, Emily.
Unfortunately, my word is my bond. I don't want to leave Lord Mortimer in the lurch.
Very well, as you wish. It's up to you to decide.
Tell me, are these visits to Mortimer's always so intense?
Yes and no. My sister doesn't normally disappear like she has. Any news of your mother?
Yeah, but at this point, yeah, exactly. This isn't exactly a distraction, but I don't want to do this and then move on and not be able to ask about this. So,
Well, I should imagine you're still shaken. I promise to shed light on my mother's circumstances as soon as possible.
There's not much to shed light on. What your mother did is inexcusable. She won the trust of my sister in order to more easily betray her. She didn't do anything to her. Can we change subject, please? I didn't come here to go through all that again.
Of course, it's late. You're right.
teasing, but not actually kissing. Okay, now he's kissing her.
Come, Louis.
Does he wake up in the morning and he's lost all of his stuff? Like she robbed him?
My friends, do not worry. I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with informing our allies, but for the time being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him. He looks like he can be trusted. And Duchess Hillsborough. Why isn't she here? She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Oh, isn't it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir. She is an important figure. You ought to have a little more faith in her. What are we going to do about Washington? He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king. Don't worry. Mr. President only wants one thing. To keep his dear America united. He won't jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim. He has been serving Mortimer for quite some time. It won't be easy to bring him around. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
Oh, I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
Visions!
Emily?
She's not in your room, dude.
Emily? Are you there?
She's like a one-hit wonder. She tapped that and then moved on.
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are expected in the conference room.
Tell them I'm coming. Thank you.
Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
How am I gonna
My friends,
sabotage
the
him, though?
conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my project. I understand that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days. This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions so that we may reach a greater understanding.
As always, Lord Mortimer.
We parted in perfect disagreement, my lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning us over. Otherwise, his imprecations will lack panache, and we shall be bored stiff.
Oh, let me reassure you, I am convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions.
Well, I am still firmly against it, even though my choice won't count.
Against.
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 And you, Luke Manuel?
Well, you see, it is more complicated and it...
Goodbye?
Calm, Gregory. Don't try to impress my guests, please.
They are not your guests.
Gregory, anyone under my roof is by definition my guest. You included. I would be very grateful if you would let my guests speak. Duke Manuel, you were saying you still had some doubts?
Well, you see, the situation has changed since last night.
What's going on here, my Lord Duke?
You see, I gave it some thought during the night. New arguments have come to light.
What do you mean, Duke Manuel?
Sir Gregory, I regret to inform you that Spain will not support you in this operation. I vote for. Moreover, in response to arguments brought to my attention, I declare war on France.
What? What is he doing?
If you think France is afraid of you, you are dreaming.
Over 10 nations rise against you, young man, and you behave like a yapping little dog?
When the French armies are at your door, my Lord Duke, you will change your tune. Well, as for me, I am for Lord Mortimer's project, despite Duchess Hillsborough's overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
What? So Emily was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
How could it be otherwise? And by the way, remember me to your husband when you see him. And you, President Washington, what is your position?
For, of course.
Well, that leaves just yourself and Monsieur Peru, Louis.
You're all making me sick. Look at yourselves.
What?
You are pathetic!
Have you been drinking or what?
There you are, quibbling away. My Lord Duke this, and Madame Duchess that. You know very well that we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Jacques, Camille.
Let's end the charade. It's over.
Jacques.
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
Come, Jacques, we'll talk it over.
No, I'm finished. I want my freedom back, my lord. I shall no longer work for you.
I'm glad it's not timed. I don't want him to kill himself. I feel for him badly. But you lost this confrontation. Wait, what? Oh, you mean the confrontation with Jacques? very last step, try and save him. I mean, here's the thing. I do want what's best for him and his family. So if his suicide is best for his family so his daughter doesn't get found, then obviously letting him off himself would protect her. But I still am of the mind what Louis said last night, which was that his daughter needs him. And he should be able to protect her another way. Maybe he can just leave. I'm gonna try to save him, I think. I don't like people out in this position.
Wait!
Dorishe, you just can't help it, can you? Stop trying to play the hero, man!
He's vulnerable to psychology, right? Yeah.
Monsieur, I know I don't really know you, but you seem like a decent person.
I have done so many horrible things!
You blame yourself, I can see that. Everything's not lost.
I don't want to do bad things anymore.
You can take control of yourself again. You can fix whatever it is you've done.
Do you really believe that?
Of course, Jacques. You'll have all the time you need.
Don't say this. I think that's bad news. Logic is bad. That's an immunity of his. Why does this not show me immunity? Oh, no. I'm looking at the wrong one. God dang it. Questioning is the bad one. Etiquette. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think he believes this. But we don't want to... It's not protecting him either. I don't think protecting him is the answer. I don't think protection is what he wants. I don't want to say that in front of everybody either. Gosh.
I'm sure we can work things out.
But you don't know him.
Let's stay united, Jack. He's nothing without us.
Really?
Trust me.
What do you think? This? All this agitation isn't worthy of us? That's a vulnerability. Etiquette. I think it's etiquette, maybe. Don't pick Be Firm, yeah. Is that the one you did?
This is not who you are. You're better than that.
You don't know me.
Yes, I do. I know you're no coward. So give me your weapon, please.
But
There's nothing to fear. I'm right here.
I don't want him to talk to me.
Don't worry. You're safe now, Jacques.
Monsieur Peru, you could have seriously hurt someone if Monsieur Drichet here hadn't stopped you. Your behavior is unacceptable. You would do better to go and rest in your apartment. My friends, we shall continue the conference later. I would like to apologize for the inexcusable behavior of my guest. We all need to recover from all of this excitement. Take the rest of the day off.
So I could have allowed myself to be convinced by Lady Hillsborough, true, but I chose not to because I'm trying to stay on target and do what Sarah wants, which is sabotage. And I could have followed Sir Gregory home again, but that also, again, trying to sabotage from within. Yeah. Thanks. Oh, that was nerve-wracking. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? Okay. So I chose to follow Lord Mortimer, participate in the conference, convinced Manuel Godoy, did not allow myself to be convinced by Lady Hillsborough, found out that Jacques Peru would do anything for his daughter. I saved Jacques Peru. I found out that Lord Mortimer has a role in the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. Found out that Sir Gregory Holm and von Villner have close ties. I reassured Sarah de Lichet. And, of course, bow chicka bow wow. Alright, so there you go. Sheesh. Yeah, I exploited a lot of vulnerabilities. Yep. Character traits revealed. It's unlocked. Objectives complete. Okay. Got quite a bit. Yeah. I was most of the way through 9. Like 3/4 of the way through 9. And now I'm like 2/3 of the way through 10. Eight available points. Did I not spend last level or something? Maybe I just got a bunch this time because of stuff. For reasons, I don't know. So I have agility I keep using, but I don't know how many of those times I'm gonna actually need to reach or something for agility. But I did say I am thinking there might be some challenges more physical in nature coming up. I feel like things are going to continue to escalate, and at some point it's going to be very bad news. So I think maybe. Is it going to be that big of a thing, though? I don't know. Yeah, it's really hard to say, right? It's really hard to know. Bagged her. This is really useful, or, well, no. Piaggi's immune to erudition, yeah. I still don't know vulnerabilities nor immunities for Holm, nor Washington, nor Volmer, and now also, nor... Oh, no, I know Mortimer is immune to science. It does seem like it, huh? Yeah. What if I just did this? I could always add this later. I have 8 points. Do that, then I'm only 3 away. I mean, I could do that. Doesn't advance anything currently, but it does get me pretty close. What do I have over here? So I'm gonna have this will advance a Colt by 1. So then I'll only be 2 away. Yeah, exactly. So I could do this. And maybe I do these 3. Agility, erudition, and manipulation. I have 2 on questioning and 2 on psychology also. So those would both, wow. They're both like 5,000 to get to the next level, so yeah. So I have 1 occult, right? So one. So I do 4, that'll give me 5. Now let's do 1, 2. I'll have 1 on one of the tomes that I equip. And then there are several people that are vulnerable to questioning. Well, one of them was Elizabeth Adams, though. She's out of here. So I don't count her. So we have servants and Piaggi are both vulnerable to questioning. But the servants, it's not as useful overall, I think, because it's not very common. Maybe I don't do questioning. Let's see, what else? So who's manipulation is servants. Also Piaggi. So Godoy and Piaggi are both are vulnerable to manipulation. So that let's just stay with my... Okay, so who... Is anybody vulnerable to logic besides the servants that I know of? Hillsborough's immune to logic. I don't know. I will let some... I like 3 tomes, 2 or 3 tomes for this. So let's not worry about this. Vigilance, logic. I could also do this just so that I'm level 1 diversion, so I can actually use it. I can do that, and then I can actually use it without a huge cost. Or use it probably period, because then it'd be level 1. Right? That would be that. Yeah, let's do that. I'll put more points in here later, I think. Alright. I think we're going with that. Yep. I'm not doing psychology this time because I have those tomes. So next time next time I level, I'm gonna put points into psychology and use tomes, I think, is my plan. Yeah, manuscripts for cross-class are good, except, of course, if you don't have any more or whatever. I think should do this, yeah. I think we're good. Okay. Dangerous stakes. Achievement unlocked. Or if that has to do with, like, the council meeting and stuff. Talents unlocked. I got jack of all trades finally.
I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Peru has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again, it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us celebrate Louis's courage. He enabled us to avert a tragedy.
Yes, that was very noble of you, Louis.
You have given us all a fine lesson in courage.
Thank you.
He owes you his life. That's quite something.
That madman deserves to die.
We are providing Monsieur Peru with care, but rest assured, he is no longer a danger to himself or anyone else. I think everyone needs a little rest. Can you stay a moment?
Of course.
I do not like that. He's no longer a danger to himself or anyone else. What the hell are you doing to him, Mortimer? Yeah, I think that's what pushed it over, yeah. Okay, so we were going to do one in occult. That's agility. Let's see. I think manipulation and erudition, because these are all cross classes, right? The others are psychology, questioning, and agility, which are all detective class. So 10% more experience now going forward. Seductive? Oh, I have to use manipulation 4 more times. Okay. It's a good thing I didn't try that on Emily, huh? Okay, I think that's good. I think that we'll do those 3. And then they're all class. Unless I find more tomes, of course, but otherwise they're all within class. So... yeah, I have 3 manuscripts equipped, yep. So whatever that is, I got. I don't remember which one it is. It was one of... is it this one? Yeah, Bookworm. You collect 10 manuscripts and you get to equip an extra. Yep. So you have to collect 10 manuscripts in total. You can see I have... I don't know if this counts or not, but I have 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 34, blah, 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 a whole bunch. I have a lot, so yeah. Yep. I need to get more of these pages. These will turn into manuscripts once I assemble the last pages, but I need 1 more note from Sarah, and then 2 more from Mortimer, and I don't know how I get those. We'll find out. Maybe I might have missed them too. I don't know. All right. It did just save, didn't it? Okay, we'll start with the conversation next time. So we're going to end it there. So. because I want to get the next part of The Last of Us 2 uploaded and stuff tonight too. So, yep. All right. So thanks for joining me tonight. That was awesome. That was fun. That was really good. I am really happy. I mean, I obviously didn't know, so I got super lucky, I think. Well, except for exploiting vulnerabilities. But I am glad that I was able to save Peru. I wasn't sure with Conviction. Conviction is immunity of Bonaparte's, but apparently it's neutral on Peru, and so I was able to use that. That's good. I didn't know that was a guess. That second one was totally a guess. So, yep. So anyway, that's gonna do it for tonight. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys being on the stream today. So tomorrow is still up in the air. I'm not sure what we finished. What was it we were doing on Sundays now? I don't even remember. We finished the game we were doing though, right? I think so. So anyway, I'll let you know. I'll on Discord and then on Twitter and other social media, I'll let you know what we're playing tomorrow. So it'll be clear. So you'll know what to expect on the stream. It'll be at the usual Sunday time. So thanks for joining, and I will see you guys tomorrow if you can make it. Otherwise, I will see you in comment sections or wherever by the videos in the meantime. And then next weekend, of course, we'll stream back to the usual Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I won't be doing Thursday again. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon. Till next time. Peace.
Poor Spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.